white and blue twin-size Afghan that was made by one of their members. And again, they're $1 a chance and is fundraising for the Lions Club and their programs. And they're right over to the left of the gazebo. We are going to start with an invocation by David Phillips. He's pastor of the Cradock Baptist Church.
Would you bow with me? Almighty God, on this 237th birthday of our nation, we are grateful for the values that have been incorporated in the midst of our Constitution and the freedoms that we have. Let us not forget that freedom is not free and that it has cost many, many lives in order to sustain and to keep the liberties that we now enjoy. We thank you for your continued watch care over us and all that you give us. We praise you as we ask in thy most holy name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir. We will now have the flag raising by Boy Scouts Troop 222, the Disabled American Veterans, Chapter 41, Post 993.
Good morning. You guys will follow me to pledge allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will now have the national anthem sung by Daughters of the King.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting
was beautiful. Before we get into our first speaker, I'd like to thank a couple of folks for helping out with today. Boy Scout Troop 222, Disabled American Veterans, Chapter 41, Veterans of Foreign Wars, Post 993, and members of Holy Angels, Knights of Columbus. Thank you. I'd also like to thank Councilman Moody, Councilwoman Simmons, and Vice Mayor Cherry for coming today. And Vice Mayor Cherry is going to say a few words to us today.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
On behalf of the City Council, let me have my colleagues stand. Mr. Moody, you want to take my job? And Ms. Simmons stand and thank them for being here. Please give them a hand. On behalf of the City of Portsmouth and the Mayor's office and the entire staff, I want to welcome you all to this great event. Being a Gulf War veteran, this is very special to me. Being here and that you take time to pause to pay tribute and to raise the flag. I looked at Mr. Whitehurst and Reverend Phillips with their uniforms on. I thought I should have worn mine, but it's a little tight. Maybe next year after we get through this Healthy Portsmouth initiative, I'll be able to get back into mine. But anyway, this is a great event. I look forward to it every year, and I just want to thank Cradock for taking the time out every year to do this, and all of you for participating. So on behalf of the entire City of Portsmouth, welcome and thank you.
Also, Sheriff Watson is here. Thanks for coming. We will get into our addresses. Our first one will be given by Mr. Charles Whitehurst. He's past Portsmouth Vice Mayor and also retired Marine. Thank you, sir.
Good morning. How you doing, Sheriff? I promised Dorothy that I would wear a uniform today, and I finally squeezed into it. It's been a long time. I retired in 1976. So I'm just turned 75 years old. Still know how to throw a grenade. But it's wonderful I had a speech to make. I'm not going to make a speech. I just want to talk to you. For 95 years of the time this country has been formed, this community has celebrated America. Unfortunately, it's not given a lot of help from the city and other people, but that needs to change. There are 3 members of council here today who will make that change. Make people understand what America is all about. This is the only country where you can do what you want to do for the most part. There are some restrictions, but you can do about what you want to do. It ought to be about thanking people that served. When I was in Vietnam, I came back home, I was called a baby killer. We were doing what the President of the United States and those who are over us told us to do. We did a good job of it. But then people did not respect the military. That's changed. Thank God it's changed. The most perfect picture I guess I saw ever was a blonde-eyed white female on the cover of Newsweek magazine, both legs blown off, and she wanted to stay in. Most people understand, along my time, when you got nicked with a bullet, you were ready to go home. This lady was ready to stay in here and protect her country. This is my country. I don't want to go anyplace else. I've served 3 times in Vietnam. Vietnam gave me two persons. One was type 2 diabetes, and the other one was can't think of it right now, but that's what's called senior moment.
Rick Perry.
But this neighborhood is awesome. The people like Ted Lamb, who's a new guy coming up now and doing some wonderful things. Dottie, of course. I'm working on something right now. I can't give you all the details. Working on something right now. If it goes to fruition, this community will be put on the map of the world. It's just that, I'll tell you, it's just that powerful. Councilwoman Simmons knows something about it, not a whole lot, a little bit about it. I talked to Bill Moody about it. The city manager is in on it, but we need to make sure it's going to work. This community needs a shot in the arm. It is doing what's right. It's doing what's noble. What I did, I was out shopping one day and I found a yard flag. That yard flag is now yours. As an anchor, something what looks like Cradock. I said this has to go to Cradock on behalf of all the citizens of Portsmouth. Enjoy it, please. God bless you and thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you for your service. Our next speaker will be Sergeant Major Clyde Toller, U.S. Marine Corps, retired. Welcome, sir.
Good morning, Cradock.
Good morning.
All right. It's a shame when I come out here and I see all these business out here. People's homes don't even have a flag up. And I'm very disappointed in the city because they do not do enough for this big time parade, America Birthday. And I want you to know that, but I appreciate this. I'm Clyde Toller. I heard the call to duty and served both God and country in World War II, United States Army, Europe. I served in Korea and in Vietnam. With the United States Marine Corps, I retired in 1979. Soon I will be 87 years old in a couple months. But I have lived a long life. But I was committed in keeping America free, this land free. And that's just why I fought in wars that were based on the principle of freedom. I was taught to stand up for what I believed in and cherish my rights and freedom. Because of my patriotic duty to American pride and dedication, I have upheld its ideas with a certain sense of pride, of patriotism, honor, and pride in myself and you. I stand here before you today, and I'm glad to see you here today also. At this time, I would like for the president of the Civic League and also Ms. Knight, please come forward. On the behalf of the Fleet Reserve Association Branch 37 of Portsmouth, Virginia, which is the FRA Fleet Marine Service, which include the Marine Corps, the Navy, and the Coast Guard. I have this plaque for Cradock, and it's an honor to give it to you, so how you have supported the veterans, and I'm sorry that we the veterans, it should be out here 3 or 4 platoons. If I'm out here, a lot of them younger than me, they should be here. But anyway, come forward, please. You see the flag they're holding? This is the flag that has been burned, has been shot, has been trampled on. Respect this flag, because I fly mine every day. If you don't believe me, come by my house. 24/7 my flag fly. Because every time in the trenches or whatever, how bad it was, we always had American flag with us. And I'm glad we took it overseas instead of here. Though you might not be standing here today, and neither am I. So it's a privilege to be here, and I hope that next year that this will be a great turnout, and every business out here will have a flag either in the yard or either on this building. If it don't, I will donate the Cradock Civil League money to buy flags and let the bicycle troops put them out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for your service, and thank you for the honor of this plaque. Thank you. Next, we'll have some patriotic music by Daughters of the King. Please welcome them.
I can't believe this crap I'm hearing.
Everybody, thank you for having us today, and we're honored to be here. And be sure and check out the Lions Club. They have the raffle going, and all the people that set up around you, and support the different ministries that's going on.
Nice size flag, $20 a pop. It shouldn't be too much, about $300.
Never happened to in God we trust. Prayer has been banned and taken from us. When will we say that enough is enough and bring our country back to God? We've got to get America back to God. We've got to rule the world with the staff and rod. We've got to fight the devil everywhere he tries. We've got to get America back to God. Millions of babies we've lost each year. What have we done to calm their fears? Christians, stand up, let America hear. We'll bring our country back to God. We've got to get America back to God. We've got to rule the world with the staff and rod. We've got to fight the devil everywhere he tries. We've got to get America back to God. The silence is broken. It's time now to stand. We'll take this fight for Jesus. If we will go hand in hand, we've got to get America back to God. We've got to rule the world with the staff and rod. We've got to fight the devil everywhere he tries. We've got to get America back to God. We've got to get America back to God. We've got to rule the world with the staff and rod. We've got to fight the devil everywhere he tries. We've got to get America back to God. We've got to get America back to God. Back to God. The next song we're going to do is for all of our soldiers that are serving and have served, and the ones that are there now. Listen to the words. It's a beautiful song.
He was a troubled kid, in and out of jail. When his daddy said, "This is the last time I'll pay your bill," he enlisted in the army. and they sent him to Iraq. He was a different man when he came back. Somebody said the army must have whipped you into shape. He said that's not the reason that I've changed. Somebody died for me before I even asked for help, gave his life for me. When I couldn't save myself, I cannot live the way I live, be the way I was. Every day's a gift to me because somebody died for me. Now they fold the flag and attach a silver star, while the grieving mother leans against his arm. And he stands before the family, does his best to tell how he survived the night his best friend fell. He said no one who knew him was surprised he died that way. He tried to live for Jesus. Oh, he always used to say, somebody died for me before I even asked for help, gave his life for me. When I couldn't save myself, I cannot live the way I live, be the way I was. Every day's a gift to me because somebody died for me. I don't want to waste a moment of the time that I have. With every breath I'm given, God help me not forget. Somebody died for me before I even asked for help, gave his life for me. When I couldn't save myself, I cannot live the way I live, be the way I was. Every day's a gift to me because somebody died for me. Somebody died for me. You and me.
We're going to do one more for you, and I think as a nation, and like they said before, we need to stand together and pray for our country.
For our children, for our homes, for the lost who long for hope, for this nation so in need of God today, for the lonely, for the hurt, those who hunger, those who thirst, for a world that has to hear that Jesus saves. Who will pray? Who will lift their hearts to heaven? would always be what we claim that we believe, that our steps would never turn from what is right, that no matter what the cost, for the glory of the cross, if compassion we would share the love of Christ. Who will pray? Who will lift their hearts to heaven? Who will fall before the throne of grace? Who will pray, trusting He will hear and answer all who come to Him in faith? Who will pray? We are helpless without His love, for He has promised our prayers are not in vain. So who will pray? We will pray. We will lift our hearts to heaven. We will bow before the throne of grace. We will pray, trusting we will hear and answer all who come to Him in faith. We will pray. We will pray. We
Thank you so much for coming out. That was beautiful, as always. The next portion of our program will be the Bike Parade Awards. Judges Nancy Woolsey, Joanne Forehand, Lynn Foster, Dolores Knight, Pat Wheeler, and Dottie Wyatt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our patriotic salute. Thank you for coming, and next year bring a friend. Okay, I got my hands full, so I'm going to borrow somebody. Will you just hold that? A little bit of business before we carry on. I really want to thank everybody who does this. Everybody hears from me, telephone, letters, knocks on the doors, but it takes a village to put this together, and I want to thank each and every one of you for taking part in this wonderful celebration, especially the two organizations that have served our country, the Veterans of Foreign Wars and the Disabled Veterans. Without them, as said before today, we would not be here. Oh, and Daughters of the King, please see me after the presentation, please. I have something for you. The first award is for the two-wheel bike. Cradock's 95th Annual Patriotic Salute Children's Bike Parade. Best decorated bike goes to Noah Anderson. Yay! Will you please present this to the gentleman? Noah, we need your picture. Come stand right here. This is Vice Mayor Cherry. This is Noah. Thank you. The Best Decorated Tricycle Award goes to Anastasia Livermore. Anastasia, right there. It's the tricycle. We want a picture of the tricycle and Anastasia and the Vice Mayor all together. Thanks, Mom.
All right. I think I made it right. I think I did good. I believe on that.
The next award goes to the Best Decorated Carriage Award to Connor Zollers. Connor is little bitty, so I think his sister is going to come up here and get it for him.
I think she took it home.
He was little bitty. They must have gone home to cool off.
Ooh, sound like
We'll hold that one.
burning.
Best Decorated Wagon Award, Mason Montoya.
Go get it.
I know I'm sweet. You gotta go for that.
Mason Montoya.
There you go. That's the best time to do it.
Okay, well, we'll take a picture of the wagon and
All right, thank you.
thank you.
Yeah, they're right there.
Two more. And the last but not least is the Best Decorated Scooter Award to Olivia Hutto. Olivia?
That big woman. I don't do well with heat.
Congratulations.
The oldest sheriff in the country. Mr. Strickland. Deputy Strickland. He's 91.
Bring the
years young.
scooter. We need pictures of every three elements, winner, scooter, and vice mayor. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, boys and girls. Thank you, Vice Mayor. Happy 4th of July.
Thank you, Dottie. Awesome job as always, and thank you to all the participants and to Vice Mayor Cherry for presenting the awards. The next event that we're going to have is a balloon release. This is the first year that we've done this, and Commander Ed Morrison from Veterans of Foreign Wars, Post 993, is going to talk to us about it.
Good morning, Cradock. You guys can do better than that. Come on, it's 4th of July. We all got off today, except for the sheriffs and the police department. So I guess someone's got to work. I'd like to take a few minutes of your time real fast before we release these balloons, explain to you guys what the 4th of July means to the veterans. As you know, I'm with the VFW and I got the DAV right next to me. We're the veteran of foreign wars. And what that means is our people, we joined an organization to help and support the veterans that have went over there and done the nation's bidding while we were sitting at home sleeping, enjoying our country, enjoying the freedom they fought for. And as you know, the reason they did this is the days we get to have these parades, these special events like this. So if you just bear with me for a few minutes, I have a few things I'd like to say. Today's the day to give special thanks to young men and women that have served, overseas and at home. It's an honor for these men and women to be recognized for the sacrifices they have completed and done. It's hard to be over there. I've been over there. It's a tough time, lack of sleep, nerve-wracking, wanting to know what's going on with the home and the bills, and with your family and kids. It's tough, and it's an honor for me to recognize these young men and women, and the past and the present ones that have been over there. I know everyone out here as a member of family or friends that serves. And after today, what I can get out of this would be you guys going home and saying thank you to every one of them. You know, earlier they were talking about Vietnam and how hard it was for them to come home. And it was hard for them to come home. It irritates me every day, and that's why I joined the VFW. The reason we're here is to help those veterans, give them some bonuses, give them a bar to hang out at, give them some extra freedom, give them some extra stuff, make them feel welcome. When I came home for the first time from the military, my dad picked me up at the airport, and he served in Vietnam. He was the 101st Airborne in the Army. And we were walking down the airport, and someone came up to me and shook my hand and said, "Thanks for serving." I told him, "I appreciate that, thanks a lot." And my dad turned around, my dad's a pretty big guy, and he said, "What did he say to you?" I was like, "Whoa, Dad, calm down." And he's like, "No, what did he say?" I was like, "Dad," he said, "Thanks for serving." He said, "Do you know?" I said, "No, everyone says it to me." He said, "Why do they say it?" I said, "I don't know, Dad. I mean," he's like, "Nobody said it to me when I came home. They were throwing stuff at us, spitting on us, calling us baby killers." And that's wrong. That's why we're here today, is to support these guys. Not just Vietnam, but Korea and World War I and World War II and Iraq and Afghanistan and Desert Storm. I thank you guys for coming out. We're about to release these balloons. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great 4th of July.
Yeah.
So my hat's off to everyone. Happy 4th of July, everyone. All right, let's raise those balloons. All right, guys, on the count of 3, if I can everybody help me. 1, 2, 3. Happy 4th of July.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your service. We're going to have refreshments in a couple minutes. I just have a few more announcements. Don't forget the raffle at the Lions Club. The drawing is going to be at 11. We'd also like to thank Disabled American Veterans Chapter 41 Ladies Auxiliary and Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 993 Ladies Auxiliary for the refreshments. Thank you, Pat Rashaw and Eder Bowers, for help getting that together. Also, the gazebo decorations were compliments of the Disabled American Veterans Chapter 41. Today's celebration is about our military, past and present, and we would like to thank them all for their service. And I'd also like you to remember that while they are keeping our shores safe and our interests abroad, there's a group of folks at home holding down the fort as well. Our churches, our police, sheriff, fire, and first responders, thank you to them also. And thank you for coming.
Interesting, I must say.
Okay, a couple more announcements. Daughters of the King have CDs for sale. Save the Afton Theater has t-shirts for sale. And I think I forgot something else. Dottie, what was the third thing? The Knights of Columbus, thank you for coming. They're from Holy Angels. And again, thank you to all of our speakers, to Vice Mayor Cherry, members of City Council, Mr. Phillips, everyone from VFW, DAV, our honored speakers, Charles Whitehurst and Clyde Toller. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for enduring the heat and humidity. Have some cake. Thank you.